welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a few months since I have filmed anything, so I decided why not to just hop back on with a little get ready with me. So if you want to see how I got this look and what products I used, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I'm starting with Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I take about 2 pumps and blend that into my skin. This really helps to make your makeup last all day. When I use this and it's hot outside, my makeup will not move. It literally stays in place like if I had just put it on. This stuff is so good. I bought a trial size from Sephora just to try it out and see if it was worth the hype, and it is really very worth the hype. So if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. If you have troubles with your foundation staying on or your makeup moving and not lasting throughout the day, try this. You're gonna love it. Next, I'm going in with Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Nude Beach. This is kind of like my skin tone, so I like to use this as a base. These shadow sticks, if you haven't tried them before, they're very long wearing. They don't crease, so you don't need an eyeshadow primer. You can wear these by themselves and they won't crease and they won't move. I like to put this shade all over my eyelid, and then I'll go over it with another shade just to kind of play up my eye look. So now I'm going in with a new shade. This one is called Goldstone. This is like a light gold with glitter. Like, it's not really glittery. It's more like a shimmer reflex to it. It's super pretty. If you have brown eyes, this color is really gonna bring out your eyes and make them pop. I just go over Nude Beach with this shade and I blend it in with my fingers. I find that cream shadows work the best with your fingers rather than a brush. You guys, I'm not a cream person to begin with. I don't really like to use creams, especially cream eyeshadows, because they do crease, but these ones do not crease. They're so good. I also want to mention that this shade is great too if you have blue eyes. It'll really make your blue eyes pop. They offer a lot of different shades for different eye colors too. Now that I know that I like these, I'm going to be trying out a lot more shades. Now I'm going in with my favorite foundation at the moment. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick in the shade Warm Beige. This is customizable, but I get a pretty medium to full coverage with it. It gives you more of a natural look, so it really looks like your skin and not makeup. It's not super cakey. It's very lightweight and it's long wearing. It's my favorite, and this shade matches me really good. I'm going to apply it directly to my skin, and then I blend it out with the Real Techniques buffing brush. I like to push it into my skin and then I'll buff it out to give it more of like a natural look. And then you can always layer over top of it too and keep building up the coverage up to where you like it and what you're comfortable with. This foundation is also really good to soften the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's also going to moisturize any places that you may be a little bit more dry. So your skin's going to look natural, but it's also going to moisturize any dryness that you may have. So it's really going to give you that even, flawless complexion. Okay, so here's something that I really like to do. I like to pair the stick with the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Fluid Powder Foundation. I just like the look that it gives me. The Fluid Powder Foundation is going to give you a soft matte finish. It's very lightweight, so you're not going to get a lot of coverage from it. I just like to go over the stick with this just because it just gives me a really nice like skin-like look, but I like the matte finish that it gives me. Now I'm going to conceal my under eyes with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. I am using the shade C6. So as you can see, I'm using a fairly lighter shade than my skin tone. This is going to be just a highlight. I put it on my forehead, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, my chin, and under eyes. It's just going to give you a little bit more brightness so you don't look so dull, and it brings a little more dimension to your face, and it just gives you more of a youthful look. And then I'm going to blend that out with a little sponge. Now I'm going to set my under eye with the Airspun loose powder. I'm just going to take a little bit on a sponge, pat it onto my concealer, and then blend, like dust off any excess powder. This is just to set my concealer in place and prevent it from creasing. I also like to put a little bit of powder wherever I get oily or my makeup tends to separate. So like around my nose, my chin, and my forehead. So now I'm taking a Real Techniques setting brush and I'm just blending that powder in and dusting off any excess. I like to also focus on the edges of the concealer so there's no harsh lines from where the concealer ends and my foundation starts. With that same brush, I'm going to go in with the KKW #1 brightening powder. This is going to go right under the eyes just to bring in some more brightness. The powder is going to help, again, just to prevent the concealer from creasing, but it's going to give more brightness to that area. And you'll see kind of like a side-by-side too, where you can see the difference with and without the brightening powder. To add some color back into my skin, I've been obsessed with the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette, and this is in the, I believe it's the light medium shade. I know they have two. One's for light medium skin tones, and then they have one for like deeper skin tones. I'm just gonna go in with an Estee Lauder blush brush, using that top right bronzing shade to bronze up my skin and just add some color back. So because I only had foundation on, you're just gonna look very flat. That bronzer is just gonna bring in some more of that color back. Now I'm going in with the bottom right blush shade. This is a matte blush. It's more of a natural look. So I'm just gonna go in with the MAC, what is this? I think it's a MAC 168 angled blush brush, and I'm just gonna apply that to the apples of my cheeks. And I bring it upwards too, kind of to the temples. I feel like this lifts the face a little bit, so it kind of elongates the face so that your face looks a little bit slimmer. And then I go in with my foundation brush to blend that blush into my skin a little bit more so it looks a little bit more natural. Now I'm going to take the highlighting shade in the palette and I'm going to go in with a Morphe highlighting brush and just apply that to the top of my cheekbones. I also like to do the apples of my cheeks too, and I bring that up again to the temples. And then I apply some to the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the top of my cupid's bow, and my chin. So you want to apply highlighter anywhere that the any sun would naturally hit your face, so the high points of your face. It's also great to put it on your cupid's bow because it makes your upper lip appear fuller. I'm just going to take some of that same highlighting shade on a small blending brush and apply that to my inner corner to brighten up my eye and make it pop a little bit more. With that same brush and the same palette, I'm going to take the contouring shade and apply that to my bottom lash line. Now I'm just brushing through my brows and brushing my brow hairs upwards. I'm going to be filling them in with the unique Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette, and this is in the dark brunette black shade using their Brow Artist brush. And I'm not going to talk through about how I do my brows. You can kind of see how I do them here, but I can also do more like in-depth video of how I fill them in. To set my brows, I use the Urban Decay Brow Tamer Flexible Hold Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Warm Brown. This just keeps my brow hairs in place, and it also gives them a little bit of a tint. With this product, you can even use it alone if you don't feel like filling in your eyebrows and you just want to add some color to them. You can brush these through your brows, and that'll give you a really pretty natural look too. For mascara, I'm using my favorite L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in black, and I'm going to apply that to the top and bottom lashes. And then I'm going to follow it with my other favorite mascara, the MAC Giga Black, what is this? Extended Play Giga Black Lash. This is great for the bottom lashes. It's a really small brush, so it really gets every little hair. For lips, I'm going to outline with Bobbi Brown Lip Pencil in Pale Mauve. I like to overline my lips a little bit just to make them look a little bit fuller. And then I go in with Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip in Hippie Shake. This is kind of like a hydrating liquid lipstick. They're super nice. And then we seal the deal with MAC Fix Plus. For today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video and comment anything that you would like to see in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.